G'day legends. In this video, we're going to take a look at an online mastering service called Masterchannel, and in particular, a service called the Wez Clarke AI Mastering. So who is Wez Clarke? Well, let me give you a little read up on Wez. He's a Grammy Award winning engineer and has worked with artists such as Clean Bandit, MK, Becky Hill, Zara Larsson, Naughty Boy, Switch Disco, and Sigala. In a pioneering and ongoing collaboration with Masterchannel, we have created an AI clone of his engineering process for every producer to give their tracks a competitive edge. So to win a Grammy, he obviously knows what he's doing, and I'm curious to hear what the Wez Clarke process can add to one of my mixes. So that's what we're going to do right now. I've got two tracks that we're going to test out on this. Both of them are from projects that I've been a part of them. One is from a band called Capeside, and the other one is an unreleased original of mine, which I might release at some point, but we're going to chuck it up and we're going to test out what the mastering does to it. And if after you watch this video and you decide that you want to try Masterchannel out for yourself, there is a link in the description below for a very special offer of 25% off the Pro tier, which gives you access to the Wez Clarke mastering. So this is the landing page for our Wez Clarke mastering. Now you can click on this to try it for free. It takes you down here, and this is basically all there is to it. You just have to drop your track in here and it's going to master it for you. There's no tweaking, there's no revisions. It's just saying we're going to give you a solid master straight up. I know there are other services out there that allow you to get a little bit fiddly and tweak the mastering until you're happy with it. But the goal here is to avoid all of that and to just give you a good sounding master. So let's test this out. So to kick this off, let's do my original song first. Now, obviously, you just have to wait for it to upload and do its processing, and then we're going to check this out. Okay, so we're optimizing dynamics, enhancing stereo imaging, optimizing for streaming, optimizing loudness. Final quality check. Let's check this out.
Retracing my steps and trying to recall the moment that our paths were divided. It's not your fault. There's nobody to blame for the way we slowly drifted.
All right. So it sounds pretty good, and I know when we click that before and after, there's a loudness discrepancy there, so we can kind of be fooled by that. So we're going to download this and chuck it into Logic, and we'll compare it at a more matched level in a moment. But overall, it does sound a bit richer, a bit thicker, a bit fuller. Like, I like what I'm hearing. Let's jump to a bigger section in the song.
Ever since you left, I can't breathe, I can't sleep, I can't think straight anymore. My mind's a mess. I'm a fool.
I like it. I think this is sounding really nice. So there's an analyze button here. What's this do? Let's check this out. LUFS, sweet spot for streaming, is in this range, and before mastering, we're not in the sweet spot, and after, this is where we're sitting. Peak decibel, full scale, we're kind of in the sweet spot already, but we're more optimized after the mastering is what they're telling us. The EQ balance before says we're pretty good, and after, we're a little bit better. Ultimately, the balance of the mix, they thought it was decent. So ultimately, what I'm taking away from that is after mastering, we are now at a healthy loudness for uploading to streaming, and that the EQ balance of the mix was pretty good, but now it's been improved a little bit with the mastering. Let's download it. Let's check it in Logic. Okay, so we've got the Wez Clarke master up the top here in purple, and then down the bottom here, we have the mix of the song. Now I've just put a limiter on the mix to bring it up to a similar level as the Wez Clarke master, so we can compare these without being fooled by loudness. But I will say loudness is part of mastering, and making a track loud without making it sound squashed and still retaining dynamics and making it sound good is an art in itself. Let's just compare between the two, and I'll share my thoughts on what I'm hearing.
But maybe someday we will be you and me. This is the truth. I think that I'm the one for you. Nobody else could love you the way I do. But I fear you see straight through me.
So straight up, the Wez Clarke master sounds pretty good to me. It's got a nice low end to it. A little bit of the mids has been tucked away to make the song feel a little less hard. It's kind of softened it a little bit, but the top end is still nice and clear and exciting. So overall, it has added some really nice excitement to the track in the lows and the highs, and it has cleaned up the mid-range in a nice way. So I can definitely hear between those a really distinct difference. I can hear a lot more low mids in the Wez Clarke Master, and the track does sound warmer and fuller, and I dig that. I think that sounds great. Now let's check out some numbers. Where are the LUFS sitting on this Wez Clarke Master?
I think that I'm the one for you. Nobody else can love you the way I do.
So not bad. -8 is still a decent loudness. It's not like ridiculously loud and squashed, but it's far better than what I've seen from other AI mastering companies. Sometimes they come back at -14 LUFS, and I tell you, no track should be -14 LUFS. It's way too quiet, but that's a healthy volume, so I'd be happy with that. That's acceptable to me. Let's try out the other track. So I've got our next track uploading, and this one is a bit more of a pop rock tune. So once this is done, we'll download it, chuck it into Logic, and we'll check it out again. Something that's pretty cool, they've had nearly 65,000 tracks mastered with the Wez Clarke AI mastering service. That's a lot of tracks. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to download this and compare them level match because it's hard to tell, but it does sound pretty big. Let's have a listen to what it has to say about the analysis. So again, after, we've got much better LUFS reading. After, again, better peak decibels full scale. And EQ balance again, looking pretty good. So I'll take that as a compliment. All right, let's download this, get it into Logic as well. All right, so it's a pretty big difference on this one. You can really hear that the Wez Clarke Master is fattening this up in actually a pretty nice way. It's taking away some of the harshness from the cymbals and the electric guitars, and it's just making the track feel a bit rounder and a bit richer. So I think the main thing that I'm feeling with the Wez Clarke mastering is if you want something to warm your mixes up, make them sound a bit thicker, a bit fatter, then this will definitely do the job. And it does it nicely because it still has a good balance to it, but you can definitely hear there's a lot more power in the low end, and even in the low mids, there's a lot more energy there as well. So taming a lot of that high mid harshness and just rounding the track out nicely. Especially in that verse, you could hear the bass really sounds a lot nicer on the master. You can hear it coming through a bit better, just sounds a bit bigger, a bit richer. I like that. Now, I guess it depends what you like. If you want a nice bright master, then maybe the Wez Clarke mastering might be a little bit too warm for you. But if you like that big, thick, warm sound, I think this does a really good job at getting that sound. Now, some people might argue the fact that if you have a good sounding mix, you can upload that onto any AI mastering service and it's gonna give you back a master that sounds half decent. But that's not true. I've tried out a bunch of different AI mastering services, and you can put a good mix into some of them and it will churn out something that sounds pretty terrible. But in my opinion, I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with this, and I think it has done a really good job at mastering this track. It's brought it up to a decent level and it's given it a really nice tone overall. So I think it's definitely worth at least testing out. You can try it out for free and see what you think. And then if you want to sign up for the service, make sure you use the discount link in the description below. It is for this Black Friday, so depending when you're watching this video, this deal may not be active anymore. But right now you can get 25% off the Unlimited Pro subscription. Now they do have a couple of options here on this site, and you can see with the yearly sign up is $20 a month, which works out as $240 a year. And then obviously you'll get 25% off that if you sign up using that Black Friday deal. You can also access the Wez Clarke mastering for $30 a month. You get unlimited uploads and downloads, and you can cancel at any time. So if you have a pile of tracks that you want to master, this could be a good option for you, and you can just come and go as you please. If you're pumping out tracks all year long, then perhaps the yearly sign up is better for you. So there you go, guys. That is Masterchannel and the Wez Clarke AI mastering service. Thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support this channel, make sure you check out the link in the description below to my website. Go and grab yourself a drum sample pack or a mixing course. Any of that stuff really helps support the time that goes into making content like this. If you're keen to check out another awesome video from this channel, then check out this next video coming up.